Bam. The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the Bitcoin Daily. Every single day at 9 AM Central European time, give or take. Sunday today, you know, so 30 minutes late. No problem, no problem. Are we starting now or do we have to wait 30 minutes intro? Just wanna know if I should be back in a half an hour. Now we're starting now, man. Nice. Yeah. Okay, so 0.30% in green today. What are we gonna say about Bitcoin? It's not doing it. It's very boring. This is the weekly chart. This is the most most exciting chart right now on Bitcoin, because this close, it looks like we might close above this level, 49,120. This is not. Let's go to this chart over here. This is Binance chart, and this is the most important level I'm looking right now to close above. That's 49,066. So you can see here today we are doing very nice, but you know we cannot drop below 49,066, 49,060, give or take, because this is a resistance. We broke the resistance down and right back up above the resistance again. So if you do that, that's a bullish sign. That's a bullish sign. Let's see how this looks on daily. You can see it's not going to take very much to get below that level again today. Very small move towards downside will get us below 49,000. We don't want to do that. We do not want to do that. And although I have been bearish, you know, I'm expecting some kind of up, you know, the longer this goes on, the probability towards the upside, you know, starts increasing. And we see both Ethereum and some other coins like just jump really high, just jump like really crazy from this point on. So when this starts curving towards side, you know, at one point it just jumps towards the upside. Now I am still expecting a move to the downside, but this can of course also pump to the upside. And I think right now it's like 50-50. It's still 50-50. So we're gonna see what's gonna they'll probably come back now. It's way overheated. I don't know, man. I mean, I've been saying from over here, you know, we gotta go down, but you know, we went down like the 200 moving average, two times, two times, you know, two times, and right now we are going up again, above the previous local high up here as well. So. It does look, technically it looks okay. Technically, even these pullbacks went back to the previous high up here. So if you just look on the pullbacks are nice. The pullbacks are very nice. You can see here the pullbacks. Okay, this one went below it, but right back above it, and we're still holding above it. We are still holding above it. This part over here, above this line. So it's all good. It's all good. Technically, it's all good. But will this actually continue and you know pump us towards the upside? I don't know. So I'm not fully bullish yet. I'm unfortunately not fully bullish yet. I'm still waiting for some kind of because this is a very interesting pattern that's happening, and I've seen this pattern a lot of times. Even here, the same kind of pattern it is happening, but this pattern actually fell down. But right now we are seeing, some interesting moves that are happening that are actually breaking to the upside on this pattern. For example, where is it? Reef just broke to the upside. I think, it is doing, maybe it's doing some kind of big move up here. I'm not quite sure. But, you know, it looks like it wants to break up. Now Reef went above the 200 moving average. And there are other ones as well, you know. Ethereum also went sideways and then broke to the upside. You know, so there are definitely coins that are doing the thing where they actually, you know, go sideways and then break to the upside. But until we actually do that, these small moves towards the upside, even though it's higher highs, even though every time we go a little bit higher, you know, I'm not still convinced. You know, if we want to move towards the upside, I need some bigger move. I need some bigger mama move towards the upside. Something like this, you know. you know, I want to be, you know, be sure that, you know, we just break to the upside some crazy numbers, then we can start talking about, you know, the further move towards the upside. But right now, you know, just going a little bit down and a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up, you know, this doesn't do it for me, unfortunately. This doesn't do it for me. So I think we need a bigger move towards the downside, towards the upside, to say that this pattern is broken. But right now, this pattern is still just doing this over here, you know. So it's not yet broken. Maybe there's some kind of triangle for me over here. We can check that. We can go into small time frames, 1 hourly time frames. Let's see 1 hourly time frames, but there is nothing. Like bottom line, you can maybe draw something, but it's only 2 touches. You know, only 2 touches. There are no touches on the lines. This is somehow, maybe this is some kind of, you know, it cannot be head and shoulders, because you know, although it is nice, this one comes above this one, right? So I don't know if you are gonna measure the distance between the between these you know, distances, or just the height of this, because the height goes higher, 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 and that's not what the head and shoulder is about. Head and shoulder is about, you know, try to go higher, try to go even higher, and try to go higher, cannot break the higher, you know, go lower, and then you fail. But let's say this is some kind of head and shoulders pattern. It should not drop that much. It should not drop that much. If this head and shoulders pattern plays out, you know, it should drop something like, I don't know, 42,000. Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect, yeah. 42,000 would be nice. But I don't think it's some kind of, unfortunately, I don't think this is some kind of head and shoulders pattern. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. It might look like that, you know, and but I don't think it's a head and shoulders pattern. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, right? Give or take, something like this. Yeah, whatever. I don't think it's a head and shoulder pattern. What about red funding rates? Funding rates for, you know, leverage stuff. I don't think there's much to do with the price. Maybe in the short term, you know, they change every 8 hours, I think. What about XRP? Has been consolidating for weeks. Yeah, a lot of coins has been consolidating, just like Bitcoin is. ARA, XRP. So it's hard to say what's gonna happen. It's still very boring. It's still very, very boring. Nothing is literally happening. Good morning, DJ AV Styling. You're the first TA Fans Club member in the chat today. Might form a reverse cup and handle before a big pump. Reverse might form. I mean, it's too early to call a reverse cup and handle. It's way too early to call cup and handle. Is it a falling wedge or bearish channel? I don't see a falling wedge though. It could be rising wedge. It could be some kind of rising wedge, but it's not falling wedge. I don't see a falling wedge or bearish channel. I don't see. I don't know where this bearish channel you are talking about is. I don't see the bearish channel. 1 hourly. Yeah, what are we gonna say about 1 hourly? It's nah, it's too small. It's too small. Maybe it's some kind of a symmetrical triangle over here, but you know, it's 1 hourly. It really doesn't matter. It's on 1 hourly chart. You know, by the time it's played out, you know, you go to bedroom, you come back, it's played out. It really doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. Just wanna look at the daily. I'm on the dollar exactly on time. Of course you are debuting. Of course you are. I'll tell you what will happen tomorrow. BTC will break through 50k to start the week, and this time stay above and lead the market. XRP follow strong behind. 1 hourly wouldn't result in big moves. Yeah, 1 hourly, like, it really doesn't matter. ETH is my baby, will give me life-changing money. Don't fall in love with the guys. Don't fall in love with the coins, man. Just fall in love with money. Don't fall in love with coins. You know, you're falling in love with coins, not money. If you fall in love with money, you don't care about coins. You just go with whichever coin is gonna give you money. You know, fall in love with money. You know, that's the trick. So yeah, so let's recap a little bit here. It's really not much to recap. Moon phases right now still, you know, pushing us towards the upside a little bit. So we're gonna see we are still above 10 and 20 moving average up here on the daily time frame. You know, as long as we are above the moving average and stuff like that, like, it does look nice. 4 hourly right now. 4 hourly looks like it's breaking below the 10 and 20 moving average, and every time it broke the below 10 and 20 moving average, not over here, actually down here, you know, we had some kind of move towards downside. Here broke to, you know, move to downside, and, you know, 10 and 20 moving average. This was actually big here. So even this 4 hourly time frame right now, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen quite soon. Something's gonna happen. On the 4 hourly, you do not want to go below 48,670. You don't want to go below this level down here. I mean, that has happened before, just over here, you know, so it can happen, but, you know, technically you don't want to fall below moving averages, especially this 200 moving average, 200 moving average on the 4 hour time frame. You don't want to fall below that. I think if you start falling below 200 moving average, that might be a very bad side. That's a 46,354. That's a you know, that can be a very bad side, but, you know, this might also continue a little bit more upside, and then we might hit the 200 moving average and then bounce towards the upside or downside. So the 4 hourly, also this moving average on 4 hourly might actually give us some indication of where we're going. Of course, the 200 moving average on the daily is a lot more important than everything else. That's a 46,095, so it's like 2-3,000 below us right now. 4,000. Yeah, give or take. Either way, I don't want to call it, you know, we are going up, we are going down. Or right now, it's really hard to do this. I said yesterday, said the day before, like, when it starts doing like this small higher highs and higher lows, and it just continues doing like this, slowly climbing towards the upside, like no move whatsoever, you know, it can do everything. What I think it's doing right now, it's just waiting for these moving averages either, you know, to come back with the price to do something. I'd fall below the moving averages to go above the moving averages, but I think it's just correcting the price a little bit up here, and then something's gonna happen. But which way this is gonna go, it's really hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. Do we still have divergence at this point? Yeah, let's see divergence, because we've been talking about divergences and how they have to correct before anything happens, and you can see here there is no divergence on the upside. Because we are not measuring this divergence. This looks like divergence, but this is this isn't how you should measure it, because we got a pivot point right over here. I don't know if you can see it. You gotta have a trained eye for this, and this up here is actually the divergence we are actually measuring, and right now there is no such thing. The divergence is on the upside is corrected. You can see the price going up, the RSI going up. On the downside though, we do have divergence. You can see here the price is going up and the RSI is going down, so that's a hidden bullish divergence. That's why we pumped up here, and that's why I'm saying we have to have some kind of move towards downside. Doesn't have to be much, might be towards these moving averages, 10 and 20 moving averages. That would be nice. That would be nice. Now if we do have, then we will be able to see if there will be any kind of divergence on the downside. Now if it comes no divergence on the downside, that means that both the upside and the downside divergences have been corrected, and if they are correct, that means the big move will soon come, right? The big move will soon be coming, and if that happens, you know, we can expect big move pretty soon. So I think maybe already next week we might start expecting the next big move, because right now, you know, these divergences are actually correcting. When you have any kind of pulse move, you get this pattern where price goes like this and tries to correct the divergences on the downside, right? So divergence and the price wants to go the same direction, and over here we have a lot of divergences and hidden bullish divergences right now. But right now it does look like upper side is right now corrected, the bottom side needs to correct. But I think if we have small pull towards the downside, we might correct that as well. And then once it's corrected, you know, we might have a big move to either side. And I'm not gonna call anything right now. I'm just gonna say, like, don't trade, like, just wait. Good morning, I'm late. I had a heavy night last night. That's good, man. That's good. Sometimes that's good. The curve pattern, if you give it teeth and eye, it looks like a monster from the Alien movie. It's going to explode up. Maybe. It's very well said, TLA. It's all about money. Okay, guys, kids are you know, they're noisy. They want me downstairs, so, you know, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's hopefully, you know, the weekly chart. I don't like the weekly chart. I mean, you know, this is the most important level to break above 49,066. So for today, I will be watching this level. I will be watching if we actually manage to get about 49,066. This is on binary chart, on the weekly chart. If you can close above this level, you know. So with that said, watch this level, watch if you can close above it, because this is a resistance that we are trying to break right now. We broke up here, we went below it, and right now we are trying to break it again. But you don't want to close below 49,066, and it's not very much. It's only 1,000 down, and you are below it, right? It's only something like 2-3% down. 2% down, and you are already below the resistance again. So, you know, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Still here in time to find the stop button. Zijn krad mi button. Where's the stop button? Yeah, where's the stop button? Okay, guys, have a nice weekend. This is another crab market. Now it's just like a local crab market for the price to actually you know, consolidate before the next big move. The big move will come. What kind of big move it will be, that's a little tricky to figure out. But you know how it is. You know how it is. Anyways, guys, see you tomorrow at 9 AM Central European time on the dollar, and tomorrow I will be actually on the dollar tomorrow at 9 AM. So be there, be square. We're gonna watch the weekly time, weekly moves. But right now, I just don't think it's gonna. You know, yesterday we said you know, not much is gonna happen. Not much happened. You know, you got almost the doji. You know, today we might have some kind of. I think small pullback is more probable than a small push up. Push to the upside. I think this up here, like maybe into this level down here, it's more probable than this move to something like 51,000. I think. You know, it's all probability. That's like it's some 80 down, 20% up, or something like that, give or take. But I don't think we'll have any kind of big moves. There will be no big moves today. I don't think there will be any big moves. So, you know, that's why I say Bitcoin's so boring. It's boring. It's not doing anything. 2 dojis in a row. I mean, I mean, how much boring can you get? How much boring can you get? Thanks. Have a good day. I hope tomorrow brings more fun. Yeah, I hope tomorrow brings more fun. Come back tomorrow, and you know, we'll see what's happening. Where's my stop button? There is the stop button.